Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Noding. In this episode, I'll be showing you this add-on called Puppeteer by Kadu. So basically, the add-on is pretty simple. It's basically doing a simple pasting for animations, but you can assign it into keystrokes. So this is the interesting part. I already got it installed in Blender under Preference, and there's these interesting options: Hold Shift or hold Alt to activate additive mode instead of toggling it. So anyway, so let's delete everything. I just select A and X, delete everything, and now we'll have Suzanne Monkey. Just a quick demo. I will create a simple animations. This is gonna be something that's triggered and then pasted. I can paste using hotkeys. So Suzanne default. I will make just a simple transform animations. Hit I, and then location, rotation, scale, keyframe. So basic keyframing. And the last frame, I actually, for the animations that I'm thinking to do, I will always make the character goes back into original pose. It's not important, but maybe this is what you need. So that's one animations. The add-on itself will reside over here. Currently it's empty, but the way it works is if you go to the dope sheet, this is for the animation keyframe. You can see the animations. You can key Puppeteer. So there's this new menu to create automations. Let's call this monkey. And keystroke, let's try just A for now. So there's a new menu coming up. Monkey A, 9 keyframes. Okay, so we can delete everything now. And then now if I enable this puppet, now we have this bit of hotkeys helper for the automations. But anyway, if you run the playback and tap A, so we're starting to get this being created. I have a feeling that I made a mistake earlier, so so the animation didn't get pasted properly. So let's delete everything, start again. So escape, hit escape, select all the keyframe, delete. Let me check. Okay, scale, I didn't turn it back into original. Location, rotation, scale. Location, rotation, scale. Make it smaller. So maybe make it bounce a little bit. Go back to original. So we have that. Okay. Select everything. Keyframe, Puppeteer, replace automations. Okay. Automation replace. Okay. Now delete everything. Delete. Puppeteer. Puppet on. Now this is working. So I need to be careful. I mean, by default, this is good. I mean, this is kind of like it makes like the beat, right? On top of this, you can actually assign another automation, so you can have multiple button control. Before I do that, I want to show you that if you have like overlapping, so let's say make this 5,000 frames. If you have overlapping, okay, if I tap really quickly, you might see there's some kind of additive effects. So Suzanne is actually getting smaller, I think, or getting bigger. because depending on how they overlap, if they overlap when Suzanne is getting smaller, then it's gonna get smaller and smaller. So that's by default the effects. You might want that, you might don't want it, you might want to be selective about it, but I'm gonna show you again. This time I'm gonna turn off this additive keyframing. So that's why the ability to switch on and off the additive option is can be by key. So let's again turn on Puppet. If I now do it again, tapping really quickly, so the additive effect is working now, but it's gonna be doing the same thing. It's just simply pasting it without doing the additive effects. This might be what you want for most of the effects. If your character make like a sound, for example, let me show you just a quick test, right? Actually, let's before I do that, let's get rid of all the animations. Back with Suzanne, and with Suzanne, we're gonna reset, make another animation. So maybe this is the dope shit. Okay, we can already animate. Back to frame 0, keyframe here. Let's shake Suzanne. Just make it simple for now. Just like that. 4 keyframes, making Suzanne head goes like this. Key, Puppeteer, create automations, put it under the same set, monkey. For the key set, I will have S. I will use S because it's easier to tap. For the name, head shake. Okay, it's automation added. Now we have 2 A and S. I can have ASDF. Delete everything. Reset Suzanne. This time I will make it bounce a little bit. So it goes up and down. It's a little bit linear, but let's just play with the timing a little bit. Still, you know, it's too slow. That's a little bit better. I can make it bounce a little bit more, but it's okay. Like this is okay. Key, Puppeteer, create automations. This one D, bounce. Okay, now we have ASD. Okay, so we can delete everything. Turn on Puppet. ASD. S is actually very slow. It's too slow. Should replace that. But now you can see I can tap ASD. It's gonna do all these kind of animations, which is pretty cool. Let's delete everything. Anytime you want to, let's say you want to have the head shakes a little bit faster. So this is the head shakes. It's too slow, right? Make it under 10 frame. Okay. Key, Puppeteer, replace automation, head shakes S. Okay. Now turn on Puppeteer. Okay, so we have 3 different controllers for Suzanne. Would be nice if this can be triggered using like a joystick, like a PS5 controller or something, or even like a MIDI controller. For now, let's just save this very quickly, Susan, and let's create video sequence editor. Well, I know that we have, I already have an add-on here, start recording. It's called push to talk add-on. It's allowing me to do recording on the fly. So let's try shake, 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 shake. So that's for this shaking, head shaking, and maybe I can mute this. How to mute this? Okay, H. Okay, H will mute it. So I can now do another recording. Bounce, 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 bounce. This is something that we can apply to the animations for the objects. So let's try this. So we gotta time these animations. This is for the bounce, right? So puppet on, bounce, 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 bounce. I think I missed the second one. Bounce, 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 bounce. Okay, that's good. Let's enable this. Unmute is option H. Okay. Shake, 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 shake. Let's try puppet. Shake, 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 shake. I should have shake the head, but it's doing two animation now. Shake, 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 shake. So, but you got the idea. So you can quickly have sound and time the animations. A little bit, something that's a little bit fun to do is if you make like a puppet, actually. So let's make a quick one. This is the default cube. I'm gonna hit Edit, Tab, Merge vertices to the center, and I will make like a simple character. By extruding the points. So you can have characters like holding a stick, for example, and then it's gonna animate. So from the polygon H, we can use skin modifier. We can subdivide it. We can then create armature and then start animating this character. So I found that maybe it's useful to do like a character drumming and with this kind of method. So you can time it into music or sound. Okay, so yeah, so a character can be doing drumming or like a dance motion. Let's try something simple for now. So this is the default pose, keyframe everything. Gonna make like a big pose. So with this like lifting the stick. You can even scale the character a little bit if you want to. Keyframe, original position. Keyframe this. So I just duplicate the first keyframe. So it's doing this. So that's the first pose. Let's save this very quickly. puppet stickman and go to the dope sheet. This is all the animations. Just create automations. Puppet lift, keystroke, maybe S. Okay. So that's the first one. Delete all. Go back to original. Let's make like a drummer animations. Select this pose mode. You can animate character. You can animate, actually, you can just animate the arm. Select the arm, keyframe. Yeah, I think that's okay. Keyframe, Puppeteer, create automations. Let's tap A, hit left, delete everything. Then I do the head shake. Keyframe. Keyframe. Go back to original. Oh, it's like he hits his head. But that's okay. Keyframe, Puppeteer, create automations, head. Okay. One more is for the other arm, just to make this a little bit complete. Keyframe, lift, back to original positions, make it faster. Just rotate this a little bit, and back to positions. Key, puppet, create automations. Right. Okay, I think the naming was wrong. Okay, ASD W. I should assign this differently. Anyway, SADW. Delete everything. Okay, we have additive keyframing for now, but we can turn on the puppet, test it. You might see the head was doing something weird. It's like additive. Maybe because I made a mistake, I didn't move it back into original positions. That's why it's now becoming like this. So maybe I should turn off additive. And then with this character, I'm gonna reset everything. So now this is not additive. I can just make this 500 frames, turn on puppet, and animate. Okay, so now we have the character. It's like it's animating. You pasting the keyframe at the timing, certain timing, and then yeah. So I think this kind of method of animations could be useful if you want like a real-time character, but at the same time you are also recording it. Maybe sometimes you actually don't need to record it. You just want it to be real-time. you want it to be controlled using controller. In this case, we just use hotkeys. But you can see this actually works pretty well, especially for the big move, the head shaking, and the arm. So if I escape, delete everything, and if I actually make like a music now, we have 500 frames. I'm gonna hit start recording and I'm gonna start animating. Oh, actually I shouldn't hit spacebar, but yeah, hopefully this works. Let's escape, display waveform. Oh yeah, unfortunately there's a delay with push to talk. I think it's a known issues. So I hit spacebar there, it's a mistake. Let's try again. So we need to maybe sync the audio, frame dropping or sync the audio. Frame dropping for now. Puppet on, start recording. Okay, so that's the animations. Recording stop, puppet turn off, and I didn't record this, but yeah, but I'm recording. I should be recording using another device. I guess not inside Blender, but you get the idea. The timing is correct, and there's the sound that I recorded already for this character. So yeah, this is the process. So basically, thanks to this add-on, maybe on the next episode I will try again using Bonnie character, a little bit more advanced character, still basic, but it has all the parts, limbs, hands. If I can apply the same techniques into that character, so yeah, to make animations. After you do this, actually you can look at the graph editor for the character, and this is using the dope shape, right? I think it should also show up here under graph editor. I think this technique is actually really useful for non-linear animations, NLA. So if the copy paste works for NLA, it will be kind of perfect for this kind of animations. All right, so thanks Sami Tikadu for this add-on. Give this a try yourself. Let's see what you can create. Like I said, maybe even more interesting if you can assign this into MIDI controller, so you can control the tapping using your MIDI controller instead of hotkeys. But there you go. Hopefully you find this useful and interesting, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.